If it wasn't scary, everybody would do it. If it was easy, there wouldn't be any growth in it. This is what Ryan Holiday said in one of his quotes. I remember when I was a little kid, I would always play soccer with the big dudes, with the 18-year-olds. I would be like 12-year-old playing with an 18-year-old. The 18-year-olds loved me. They were like, oh, that guy is amazing. You know, I would literally dribble the ball so good. They would pick me. They would be like, yo, Carlos is here, you know. I want to pick him and be part of my team. I had the courage compared to some of my friends in Guatemala. They didn't have the courage to go and play soccer with the 18-year-olds. I always consider myself and I still do consider myself a highly competitive person. I was always triggered when I was in the best in the team. You know, when somebody scored more goals than me, I would literally go out and practice soccer. Even if it was raining, I would literally practice soccer every single day to make sure that I was the one that was the star at the moment. When I moved to the US, it all went downhill. I got complacent. I started falling into temptation. Pornhub, I think I was watching on YouTube, and it wasn't even like XX. It was like another website. It was bad websites, but everything started going downhill after that. Once I started falling into temptation, you know, jerking off, eating junk food, my uncles and stuff, they would spoil me. You know, they were like, he came from Guatemala, I'm gonna spoil him. They would buy me like, you know, those barritas and pingüinos, you know, they would literally spoil me. But that's when things started going down. That's when I noticed that my life took the wrong turn. I went from being the guy that wanted to destroy everybody in soccer to being the guy who just stayed home and did nothing but play Minecraft and eat junk food, snacks, chocolates. I believe the problem here was more about the habits that I started doing that led me to destroy. And how did I develop these problems? By all the social media, all the snacks, all the accessible things that we have nowadays. We don't really notice that we have access to these things, that you can literally go to the store, buy snacks, chocolate. You can literally go into your phone and search for Pornhub. We have so many access nowadays with the technology that we have and how us as a civilization we're advancing. The problem is when things get easy, there's no growth out of it. I believe we live a comfortable life. I believe that us humans, when times get easier, we get weaker. I believe that the way that we can become better people and start taking risks is by challenging ourselves a little bit more. You don't want to do that 10-minute jog? Go do it. You don't want to stand up from your bed? Stand up, do 10 push-ups. I believe that the solution is just putting in more work than we have to do. When we challenge our lives to be more difficult, there's gonna be growth out of it. And it's not an easy task, but if we manage to make life harder than it's supposed to be, we will grow as a person. We'll be better people. We will be more disciplined people. We will make society better. I started challenging myself more when I was 17, turning 17. I started doing things that I disliked. I started talking to girls. I started being more sociable. I would say that when I was a kid, I was really sociable. I would sing in front of everybody. I would be such a funny guy. People would love to be around me. I would literally sing for hours and hours and hours to my family members. And they would be like, oh, this guy doesn't shut up. Really, my mom was like, you're like a bird. You know, those birds that just talk and talk and talk and talk. And once everything started going downhill when I came to the United States, I started to challenge my life again. I started to put things a little bit more difficult. I started to do some push-ups, incremental push-ups, started doing weights, started meditating, started leaving my phone aside when I don't need it. I stopped watching TV, I stopped watching Netflix. I stopped doing all these bad habits that were destroying me in the inside. I started to see changes in my life. I started to see, once I started implementing these good habits and getting rid of those bad habits, the blessings come in. God is blessing me every time that I put in the work. And we are supposed to be doing this work. We're supposed to do the work no matter how we feel. To be the man that will make God proud. Be the man that God will give His blessings to. We need to be that type of man. We need to improve, be better people, and challenge our life to be more difficult. Challenge our life to be not as common and average as mostly everybody else's lives. If we do this every day, there will be drastic changes to our lives. We will become better people physically, mentally, financially. We will be better people in general, more people of God. So I challenge you, challenge your life every single day. You don't have to go crazy and just do like 1,000 push-ups one day. If you wish to do so, then do so. But most likely you're gonna fail because you are just passing from your current stage to something really hard. You need to understand that in the current stage that you are, you've been teach for so many years to live the lifestyle that you live at the moment. You need to realize that you need to start slowly destroying those bad habits and to implement the good habits, or else you're just gonna give up. What do you think when it's New Year's and the gym gets packed up the first 2 months and then people just quit after the 2 months? It's like, I'm gonna make a change. Then after 2 months, they quit. The reason why this happens is because they just went from the lifestyle that we're living to jumping right into something really hard, which is working out for them. You need to start slow. Start with 10 push-ups. Start by drinking more water. Start by doing small habits that's gonna keep you consistent. What this is gonna do is you're not gonna feel fulfilled. You're like, I could have done a little bit more, but that's okay. That's what we want. You want to have the mentality that you can do a little bit more, and that's slowly gonna build up until you get to the point where you literally destroy all the bad habits and you have all the good habits and you still want to do more. That's what we want to build, that mentality of wanting to do more. So I challenge you, do 10 push-ups. If you're more advanced, if you do 100 push-ups, do 110. If you eat too much, decrease your plate. If you need to gain weight, eat more on your plate. Do the things that are going to benefit you and for your goals. You want to experience you better with God. Read the Bible more. Read one page, one line at least, and increment it every single day. So that's my challenge for you. You're free to subscribe to this channel. This channel will be the journey to being better people, being better men of God, and self-improving in every aspect possible. Subscribe to the channel if you wish to, and remember, always embrace discipline over motivation. This is what Ryan Garcia said.
Ryan Garcia.